Here we are again. Taking another evening at Hollywood. Beautiful sunset. Oh, and some lightning. This is Florida weather in the summer. One of the reasons for the return to the Hollywood studios in the last hour, why I would come. I've said this on past videos, but the best time to come here when you're on property is to come the last hour. Why? Because lots of people are getting out of the park to go to Magic Kingdom or Epcot for fireworks, or they're staying here to watch Fantasmic, which means all the rest of the areas, including Galaxy's Edge, Batuu, really starts to thin out. And it just becomes a nice, comfortable place to hang out. Plus, the sun's going down. And really, all you see there at this time of night, especially as it gets darker, are people with lightsabers. And in an earlier video, you saw that I actually built a lightsaber on this trip. So now I'm gonna try to get some photos with it. I really truly wish in some days that I could just have an annual pass for Hollywood Studios. It's, or as I like to call it, Star Wars Land, with some other cool stuff.
What if it has a spot for it? This is the last.
It's just such a fun hangout place. It's not too big. It's not too crowded. Works out well. Got my magic band here.
You don't have to meet. A coordinator did that and have 4 people signed in when only supposed to be one person under this thing.
Thank you. Thank you. Hey, Mickey. I mean, I know this is Star Wars channel, but you know, I do have other fandoms. Most notably, the Disney parks. So for me to have a place like this that combines Star Wars and Disney, I love it. In fact, the only thing I miss is the Star Wars weekends back in the day, and the March of the First Order, and the Galactic Spectacular. They did a lot of cool things outside of Galaxy's Edge, but I think when Disney built Galaxy's Edge, I think they felt like it was important for them to just combine, or not combine, but just put all their eggs in one basket and make that's the Star Wars area. So we still have the launch bay, but that hasn't really been updated since COVID. So, and I've heard rumors that whole area is going to be turned into something else. So I don't think that's long for this world. Take another walk through the stores and see if there's any new product. This is the outside of Galaxy's Edge store. Oh, that's kind of cool. Oh, that's neat. All the magnets. Ooh, a Black Spire one. That's cool. Oh, goodness.
Cares about spending time with him like this.
I was here earlier today trying to scope it out, and I didn't see much new. And I think I've pretty much made all my purchases for this trip. Okay. I would buy this Jar Jar hat. in 2 seconds, except for one thing. The tongue. It gets in my eye. I can't see. It looks like I'm wearing an eye patch. So. I'm going to do this right here. Also want to point out this cool Galaxy's Edge 5-year anniversary. I believe it's been 5 years. So, as you can see, it's starting to calm down here because most of the shows have finished. The Indiana Jones and Frozen shows have ended their final performance for the day. Some of the restaurants start to pay a little visit to our droid buddies here. Some of the... Oh, I forgot about this. Hey guys, gonna say anything to me today? Oh, thanks. Yeah? Thank you. Glad they kept these. These were old throwbacks from the 50th anniversary, and they've kind of kept them here. Some people were commenting, how could you still be in Disney? But I've said we actually make summer a very long trip down here. We go down for almost an entire month. How can we afford that? Well, we don't do much else. We save up our money. And our daughter lives down here, or at least up until the end of this summer. And then she moves back. So we had a lot of incentive to come down here, not just Disney. But we'll still be making trips. We have a trip for November planned. We have a Disneyland trip coming up, and another one with a school trip planned in spring. And then we'll probably do another month-long trip, or three and a half week trip in the summer of next year. I don't know, I just like the classy design of this park. It also has Indiana Jones. That's spectacular. Another favorite of ours. Just a nice place to hang. Tomorrow will be me and Mrs. Darth Tuba's 30th anniversary. We're coming here to eat at the Brown Derby restaurant because this was our honeymoon location 30 years ago, and we spent most of our days hanging out here. And that was before there was even Galaxy's Edge. But we did have a Star Tours. One of the greatest themed queues. Loved it. And over here to the left of the entrance to Star Tours used to be you can watch old 90s old movies, and you can find that there used to be a snow speeder and a skiff used in the movie. And we're just kind of hanging out here. Then they built this nice, cool space as a stage for the Jedi Training Academy. But sadly, it has not been used since COVID. So, and as I said in a previous video, I saw that they sold all the Jedi robes off, so I don't think this is coming back anytime soon. But we still have that cool attitude. Quick, duck! Star Tours currently has a 15-minute wait. Oh, sorry. Back. Oh, I bumped it with my lightsaber. I wish that it was more popular at night. Although, if you ask, they'll let you walk through the indoor queue. Especially once it gets dark. And you get to see the lights. And you get this really cool backdrop, and you hear the Ewoks and drums in the background. So cool. Of course, this was when, try to get a shot of this. You can see if you look at this tree right here, it's how it's only split in half. And basically the other half is just a facade. Because remember, the original MGM Studios was designed to be movie sets, right? That's about the best one I can show you right there. And it's just a facade. You can see that the treetops kind of end. Here's a good example right there. They purposefully leave the backstage area exposed because it was like how movies were made. Now that the theming has changed to be more like living in the movie or being part of the movie. I'm wondering if they will eventually renovate this to just be full trees. Or maybe take it out completely and replace it with something else. Who knows? I was in a video recently. I showed you a video of the Star Tours gift shop. Doesn't look like much has changed since my last visit. Looks mostly the same. Huh? What kind of sabers can you get today? Oh, this is the dark saber. Anakin Skywalker. Darth Vader. Pretty much the basics. Then you have all the inexpensive versions, which I saw. Oh, I didn't see this. Carson Tuba. Oh, man. I love Carson Tuba. I'm going to have to consider Carson Tuba. I love that character. I feel like he's going to be the Phil Coulson of Star Wars, though. Yeah, these are all pretty much stuff I've seen already. Yeah, I call him the Phil Coulson of the Star Wars universe because it feels like they've been putting him in all of the modern era, Mandalorian, Boba Fett, Ahsoka. I feel like he's gonna be the glue that holds it all together. Ooh, Crocs. I just bought my first pair of Crocs. I got them at the discount store.
Yeah, the windows, the center, and the like stand.
I didn't just notice that light up. Oh, that star speeder. I don't know. I'm thinking about it. I'll have to come back and think about that one. All right, so I ended up getting the Star Tours jacket, which I really wanted, and the Carson Tuba helmet. I did not get the Star Speeder model yet. Caveat on the word yet. It may happen, it may not happen. I will see. I have to wait and see.
I can do the one with that Lego.
So now, as you can see, it is really dark. Still got some sunlight. The only problem in the summer is that you want to get some really cool saber shots at the Falcon or at the Thai Essalon or whatever that Thai vehicle is. You really got to wait until closing because it doesn't really get dark until closing. But that's okay because there's plenty to do this last. We're at about 40 minutes until closing. I telling you, I hear this ethereal music and it just relaxes me. Can I just camp out here? I'll sleep on the floor. I'll sleep in a cave right here. I'll set up a nice tent, a little sleeping bag. I'll let it here. Okay, judging by the lack of a line here, I'm gonna guess that either Rise of Resistance is not functioning, but I see people moving over there, so it is functioning. It's just not too long of a wait. I don't think I want to do that. I think I do want to go and do my Saber photos tonight. I actually rode it already once today. I've been taking advantage of the single rider line that they just introduced. And while you do miss out on the first part of it, I've already experienced that several times. So, it's 60 minutes. Oh no, 80 minutes, sorry. Oh, all right, so a little more than normal. But they are still offering individual lightning lanes, so maybe if I get done in time, I will check it out. Ooh, we have a photographer here. I'm gonna take advantage of that and get some photos, not here, but in front of the X-Wing. That's what I'm gonna do with my Saber. I'll insert those photos here. We got somebody who's really not happy being on Batuu right now. Do you think a missed opportunity? These power droids should all have USB ports. Well, maybe they do. Oh, that was awesome. The holoscan technicians here on Batuu really know what to do when it comes to making holoscans, aka photos, or i.e. photos, with Sabers. In fact, what's really cool is that you don't even have to break or buy or build a Saber here if you want to get some Saber photos. There's actually a space, and I don't know if they're doing it now, but they usually do. The last hour, they bring out their own Sabers, and you can actually just borrow a Saber from a cast member and get photos. I love this archway, but I want to be on top. I want to go up there. Look at the sunset. Oh, you know, say what you want, Florida weather, but oh, it is just so beautiful at night. And just look at this. I mean, I'm like in awe. I mean, it doesn't always look like this, you know, but it's that combination. It was a little bit of threat of thunderstorms. Sorry, I got interrupted by yet another awesome holoscan cast member of Batuu. I took some great photos. But I mean, just the design of it is so great. I'm going to check over here. Sometimes they have a photographer, but I think as it gets later, this isn't as common a... Ooh, what's that? Oh, the sound effects. Oh my God. I don't know. I'm geeking out, guys. I'm sorry. No photographer here. I think it's more of a daytime thing. I think you need natural light. Fun little fact, this crater right here, that is the wreckage of a star speeder, I guess 3000, and it's a ship that was originally piloted by Captain Rex. Ooh, Space Cardinal. Piloted by Captain Rex. I mean, not the Captain Rex from the Clone Wars. Oh, no, the droid Captain Rex. And it was, I believe, a droid smith found the wreckage, found the droid, repurposed him as a DJ, and now when you go to the cantina, Oga's Cantina, you have repurposed droids. Speaking of repurposed droids, let's take a moment to appreciate all of the droid pieces found in this little section. We got droid headlamps. We got a probe droid caught in a net. We got a droid in a bath, oil bath. A couple of more head pieces up there. This is how I wish my garage looked. Oh, except that looks like a torture device, but whatever. The rest of it's cool. Batuu in the evening. You have to love it. Okay, so here's the Thai vehicle. Oh, I see it. I see another photographer. I am gonna get in line for this one. Yeah, once you get by the ships, it's gonna be a little more popular. Still shedding a tear for the Halcyon. Someday, maybe. That was where we came in from. Just really cool stuff. Yeah, not even the last hour, guys, the last 40 minutes. It's a magical time. Uh-oh.
Are we carrying illegal weapons here? You know, you're dressed in the right colors, though, and you as well, my friend. Very good. This is how we show appreciation to the right side. All of you in this outpost, hear me. The First Order is now firmly in power. The resistance has been destroyed. But they don't want to accept it. They do not see that the First Order brings stability, order, and the rule of law to the galaxy. The resistance would disrupt this balance. They would bring conflict, aggression, even war. And we would be forced to respond with the same. Yet they press on, trying to survive, to keep fighting for a hopeless cause. We believe a resistance spy was sent to this location. Some of you may have cooperated. Some of you may even support the resistance. If that is true, we will find out. And you will feel the consequences of your actions. Troopers, move out. I go down to ask you all a few questions.
Okay, seeing as how I'm holding the lightsaber, I probably should get myself out of here. Lest I be interrogated. I always love this little piece right here too. Another just little decorative kind of natural beauty. It's even more pretty at night. It kind of gets lost during the day. So here's this person I was showing. Yeah, it looks like they're doing photos here. And they bring their own sabers. So you don't have to do that. So if you want to get a saber shot, and if I'm not mistaken, they'll take photos with your own phone. You don't have to buy the photos that they take. You can just use your own. It's a cantina. On quieter nights, the cantina, the other night they were actually like saying, "We have openings." So that's kind of nice. Oop, looks like, all right. Do we have a photographer close? Yes, we do. So, gotta get in line for my last one. Looks like Ray is still around. Making some quick, getting some photos last minute. And I think a lot of people make the mistake of bowing out early. And I get that. There's a lot of great things to do here at night. Hollywood Studios, I'm sorry, Magic Kingdom has fireworks. Epcot has fireworks. Even Hollywood Studios has Fantasmic. But what I'm saying is, that if you come here for just the last 40 minutes, take one night and come out, you will not regret it. It is gorgeous. It is quiet. Well, not that quiet, but it's more peaceful than it is during the day. Hello, droids. Hello, boyos. Also, you can do the Batuu bounty if you have a Magic Band Plus, which I've done. It's just so gorgeous here. I can't even say. I'll take a little. Now, I'm actually gonna head out though, because I got a big day tomorrow, 30th anniversary, 30th wedding anniversary, and we're gonna do some celebrating. Looking forward to that. Our daughters are gonna be with us, and it's gonna be awesome. So we'll take one little walk through the shop, and then call it an. I was gonna say that, not that way. That's the Falcon again. I keep checking back at Katsaka's Kettle to see if they have the Stormtrooper helmet popcorn bucket, but they sold out of that pretty quickly and have not. I think the first day I was here, they had it, but I wasn't here until the evening. And by then they had sold out. Saw The Mandalorian earlier today. I spent a lot of time here. If you like spending time here, another thing I would recommend, there are certain resorts where it's a lot easier to get to this park than others. Specifically, if you stay at Pop Century Resort or the Art of Animation Resort. If you stay at Beach Club, Yacht Club, Boardwalk, or the Swan and Dolphin, you have very easy access to this park. You can either take the Skyliner, but there's some of those parks offer a boat. Oh, also the Caribbean Beach Resort or the Riviera. They offer boat service. They offer Skyliner service. They even, some places like Boardwalk, Beach Club, Yacht Club, Swan and Dolphin, you can even walk. It's like a 10-minute walk to get here. So we pretty much only stay in resorts, some of the resorts that I mentioned, for those very reasons, because it's just, we love this park so much, and it's just so easy to get in and out. So we're gonna do a walk around Batuu, compare it to a walk around Batuu, West Coast versus East Coast. So, okay, here we are, several thousand miles from our original point, Batuu West. Now, I wouldn't be able to do a full walkthrough in the same way as in Batuu East, because there isn't a, Rise of Resistance just opened, and I'm here for it. So, we interrupt this Batuu comparison for a trip onto Rise of Resistance, Batuu West. Which is cool, because at least we can kind of look through the walkway. It's definitely different. The queue is different. Similar in style, but, turns and shapes are different. I'd be curious to see what the inside is. All right. 5th anniversary of Galaxy's Edge opening this year. But this is my first time at Batuu West. I have to say I've thoroughly enjoyed my trip to Disneyland and California Adventure. Please forgive the bumpiness of the video. I wasn't able to pack my gimbal, so I'm doing this by hand. I'll try to keep it as steady as possible. Oh, this is cool. It's all right, and at this point, it feels like we're getting, there's the waterfalls. We're getting into similar territory to what we're used to. This is great though, because I'm only like the 6th person in, so there will be no wait in the queue, so that's cool. I'm not going to show the whole ride. I think I'm just going to do the queue and maybe just some highlights. Looks like at this point we're pretty much the same setup mostly, you know, give or take a few. It's a little different. Was not expecting this to happen this morning. Just saying. Now we're into the... feels like it's a little smaller. Not quite as long. But I don't know. It could just be shaped. I don't know. We got some more... How cute. Little catacombs.
Even though we're already so far into the water.
I love the detail. I absolutely love the detail. More of this for Disney, please. And that's pretty much... got the same weapons lockers. Thermal detonators. And we get our uniform lockers. Flight helmets. The yellow one, I'm not sure if that's it. Yeah, this is very familiar. Same seating area. Maybe some more crates here. I'm looking to see again. I don't know if they have... Well, it looks like medical supplies. I don't know if they have any scans on that you can scan with your Play app. And we're here.
Come on in, go on the left.
Recruits, thank you for joining the cause. A covert resistance team led by my friend Finn has infiltrated a First Order Star Destroyer.
On the fuel pressure line. That's better. Check the binary motivator. Yes, recruits. More ships. Launch. I am Lieutenant Beck. As you heard from Ray, I have been tasked with getting you to Bakara. Are you spotting anything?
Yeah, I see it. We'll check it out. BB-8, what do you got?
There appear to be a number of small craft heading our way. Raise the shields.
We got company. First Order TIE fighters. Reroute. Reroute. Two blue flag. We got clear paths so transport can make the jump. There are others. Ahead.
Lock for 2, more incoming. Blue 5 taking evasive action.
Try to shake him, Blue.
I'm trying, but
We lost Blue 5.
This is TR-141. We are a civilian vessel. By whose authority are we being detained?
By the authority of the First Order resistance scum. Now bring down your shields and prepare to be boarded.
Little Twig, get out there.
They'll want the location of our secret base. Tell them nothing. The future of the resistance is at stake. I have a bad feeling about this. Stand back from those doors.
Keep your units together.
Same intimidating hangar on both coasts.
You have what I want.
location of the secret base, and I will take it from you.
At the end of the hallway, turn right. A drone droid. You're lucky I didn't spot you.
If anyone's packing a blast first, now's a good time. Ah! The escape pods just below us. Wait, why are you going up? I said down. Up is bad. Up is real bad.
I see no evidence.
Sound the alarm. All personnel to their stations.
Sir, the prisoners have escaped.
How brave, but ultimately hopeless. There's nowhere to run.
Oh, interesting.
Of the secret base, and then I will destroy you and the resistance. Okay, you're clear. Your escape pods came in a little off target.
I should hope so. Great job, recruits. Thanks to your heroism, the location of the Resistance base is secure. Bravo! Yes, R5, you too.
Okay, so apologize for that detour, but I was the first one on that ride and the first one off for the day, which never happens, so loving that. Ride was pretty much the same. It was missing, I gave you a few highlights. It was missing the Kylo Ren saber effect, which is really sad because that's our fun effect. Okay. So now we'll do our walkthrough, like originally promised. Whew. Now it's like, I just happen to be walking back here. And this is the line now. Crazy. So, yeah, with Disneyland, with Batuu West, there isn't as much space to play with, so they had to do a little bit of compressing. Over there is a path that goes out of the area, but it's closed for now while they're working on the Tiana Bayou Adventure ride. And in Batuu West, the X-Wing and A-Wing are right next to each other. There it is. So just, configured a little differently, but it's got all the same stuff. It's got a few of the tuning towers, moisture evaporators, these little cargo containers that include some places to purchase. Again, my apologies for a slightly bumpy video. Batuu West is, at this point, and we're filming this in early August, Batuu West is very hot, but pretty much no humidity, which means the moment you go into the shade, it's very comfortable.
Oh, I think I...
But still, one must hydrate. Very common sound in the Disney parks, on both East Coast and West Coast. So this path just is a singular path that leads to and from the Resistance. In some ways I like better, because you would imagine that the Resistance encampment would be something kind of hidden. They have to manage this line. Wow, that's crazy. All right, let's see. I'm gonna there's the entrance to the marketplace. I'm gonna come around the other side. Just give you a little walkthrough. Wow, crazy, man. So as you can see, like, you get to moments of this and it seems very familiar if you're a Batuu Easterner. There's the actually, I think I'll go that way just to kind of show. Now, I will say that for the most part, product that they sell in Batuu West is pretty much the same as Batuu East. I would imagine that they occasionally get one or two items before, if they're shipping in from coming in on the West Coast, they probably get them first. Creature stall looks familiar in terms of what they had stocked. Wish they sold those. Costuming is pretty much the same. I do believe that, unlike the East Coast, the Ronto Roaster stays open all day. Something I hope they bring back to West Coast. I don't know. For some reason they close it. I guess it's just to consolidate cast member, hours or something. Same ramp. One big difference in the West Coast is on Batuu West, if you got a keen eye, you might spot some other characters. In addition to the First Order, Rey, Marathi, you might also spot Mandalorian, like also in the East Coast, but also you might spot Boba Fett, Ahsoka. They do have their Batuu bounty here. I will say that I was going to try to activate it and do a bounty here, but it looked like I'd have to start over. This is the saber, Sabi saber thing. It's a little slightly positioned differently. Looks like, oh, that's the droid. I think it's the droid depot. Okay, this vehicle is positioned differently. But mostly the same. Oh, they have the ribbons here. That's something different. I don't think that exists on Batuu East. That's their Savi's, same exit up these stairs. Dakandar is pretty much the same. They don't do this. They don't do the saber line to look at the sabers. Apparently, it's not as. Okay, docking bay 7, the outside eating area. Yeah, as I said, most of the footprint may be slightly different, but the offerings are mostly the same. I will tell you that the menu items on docking bay 7, as in all areas of Disneyland, they vary quite a bit.
You know what, guys? You want to just go
Right.
in line and
The Falcon, looking as awesome as always. Last night, we tried to come here. They do a really cool thing. This looks exactly the same, right? Pretty much. There's Falcon entrance, Falcon itself. There's some line extension, a little backstage area. Then there's this guy. And there's a story behind that. You see, because of the crazy use of limited space that they have here in Disneyland, right behind those spires, carefully hidden, is Cinderella Castle. Or a little space and then Cinderella Castle. And that's where they launch fireworks. So as fireworks are launched, you see fireworks here above the Falcon, above Black Spire. And some cast members said, some Imagineers said, we should embrace this. Let's not try to hide it. Let's embrace it. So they started running a second fireworks show using the same fireworks. They actually run 2 shows at the same time. From the front of the park, you can watch the Sleeping Beauty Castle show from Main Street. Get the magical Disney experience with the fireworks, or you can stand right here and watch it. Watch with Star Wars music themed, and have a great show. Same exact fireworks. It's brilliant, actually. It also spreads the park out. People all over the park, so they're not all bunched up in front of the castle. The only problem is that we tried to do it last night, and right at the time it was supposed to start, we just got a notification that it was canceled for no reason. I will say that they do tend to be a little more hit or miss with fireworks because of Santa Ana winds, but there was no wind last night, so I think there was a technical issue. Hopefully that'll be fixed. If it gets fixed tonight, I'll try to put some footage in at the end of this video.
Sorry.
Oh no, it's okay. Thank you. All right. Now this part looks very familiar. In terms of I do believe that the shading on the buildings is a little different, but I think that's mainly just to combat the
easiest directions I've ever
just to easily combat the sun, the intensity of the sun in California versus what it is in Florida. I do believe it's a little more intense. Yes, it is. It's pretty warm right now here on Batuu West, but it is also no humidity, so it's just, again, step in the shade, nice and comfortable. This is a little interesting. Here on the East Coast, this is the wall, and on the West Coast, this is kind of a tunnel that used to be the Halcyon shuttle tunnel, but here it's kind of reversed. This is a wall going backstage. This is the same First Order store. First Order troopers. Still want to stay away from them. Blue milk. And this is one of the exits. There are 3 entrances / exits. This is one of them. And this is pretty much the same. Got the little tower here, got a little tuning station, got the droid station, and then here is the exit. This would be the similar exit to where going into Toy Story Land in Hollywood, Batuu East. And then here are the droids. Yeah, so those are our similarities and differences. Again, it's a little disorienting. We walk around and we're like, huh, look at that. And then this is different. All right, guys, so that'll do it for this episode. Again, if I have some fireworks, I'll tack it on the end. Thanks so much for watching. Thank you, Red 5, for supporting the channel. Check out the Red 5 Network for all the great Star Wars content, both podcasts and YouTube videos. See you in the next video. Until next time, may the Force and the toys be with you. Till the Spire.